All right, this is taking our trigonometry lesson to another level. We were on angles of elevation and depression the other day, where we had some problems that we solved. And I believe everybody followed, and we are done with that already. Now we are moving towards law of sines and cosines. I said before that trigonometry is not all about right angles. Everything we so far did was about right angles. You understand? Angles of elevation and depression. Angles formed when a ladder, leans against a wall. You understand? All those were on right angled triangles, which we could use SOHCAHTOA to solve. But trigonometry also has to do with some other types of triangles. For example, an acute triangle. An acute triangle is a type of triangle in which none of the angles, triangles usually have three angles. If you find a triangle where you cannot find any of the angles up to 90 degrees, that triangle is an acute triangle. The angles are greater than 0 degree, but none of them is up to 90 degrees. Such a triangle is an acute triangle. So such triangles, you cannot use SOHCAHTOA to solve problems that are related to such triangles because you don't have angle 90. So no opposite side, you understand? No side that will be what? Hypotenuse. It is the side that is opposite angle 90 that is hypotenuse. If you don't have hypotenuse, there is no way you can use SOHCAHTOA because SOHCAHTOA has to do with opposite all over hypotenuse, adjacent all over hypotenuse, and opposite all over adjacent. But since there is no angle 90, there is no hypotenuse side, so you cannot apply SOHCAHTOA to solve problems that have to do with triangles that are not right angled in nature. So now I said we will look at sines law and cosines law. You can also call it cosines rule and sines rule. You can also call it sines and cosines formula. On this lesson, we are going to look at sines law or law of sines. You understand? Law of sines. Of is here, please. Law of sines. All right. This is what it is. Law of sines tells you that every angle has a side that is opposite to it. You understand? Every angle, for example, look at the triangle A, B, and C. For angle A, side BC is opposite angle A. You understand? Let us mark our angles out. Look at our angles here. You understand? These are our angles. Every of this angle has a side that is facing it. Do you understand? Now, angle B has side AC. You understand? AC, the side, the length of the side. AC here indicates that the side is running from A to C. You understand? Then, if you look at angle C has side AB that is opposite it. Now, the law of sine is telling you that the side is divided by what? The angle. Sine A means angle A. So side BC is divided by what? Angle A. Side AC here is divided by what? Angle B. And side AB, side AB, which is here, is divided by side AB, which is here, is divided by what? Angle C, which is what? Here. You understand? That is what science law is telling you. And take note of one thing. The bigger the degree of an angle, the longer the side that is facing that angle. Now we are going to solve a problem related to science law. You understand? So by the time we solve it, and tomorrow we also look at cosine. I will tell you you can use sines to solve. and the other problems, the other kinds of problems that you can only use cosines to solve them. You understand? Or let me tell you today now, before you can apply sines law, your triangle must have an angle that has a side, facing it. You understand? At least one angle must be known and the side opposite it must be known before you can apply the law of sines to solve the problem. If there is no any angle known with the side opposite it also known, you cannot apply the law of sine. You have to use cosines law. I'm going to solve varieties of problems. We are only solving a problem on sines law today. Tomorrow, when we solve a problem on cosines law, I will properly give you the differences so that when you see a problem, you can apply sines law, you will know. When you find a problem that only cosine can solve, you will also know. Now, I'm going to erase this and then I will write out a problem that we will use this sines law to solve. All right, we are on what? Sines law. The problem we are solving today is on sines law. Now, sines law. Don't forget, please. Sines law. This is what we are looking at today. Now, imagine a triangle. Imagine a triangle A, B, C. You understand? Imagine this kind of triangle. Triangle A, B, C. Let me try to draw it here. Triangle what? A, B, C. This is A. This is what? B. This is C. Triangle ABC. You understand? Okay. Where side AB, look at our side AB here. This is our side AB. You understand? This is our side AB. This is our what? Side BC. This is our side BC. And this is our side AC. Please take note of that. They say in a triangle whereby side AB, you understand? Side AB, a triangle where side AB is what? 12 centimeter. You understand? A triangle where, let us mark our angles out here. You understand? Where side AB is 12 centimeter. You understand? Then angle what? Angle what? Angle C. Angle C is equal to what? 40 degree. You understand? Then angle what? Angle A is what? Equal to 65 degree. Angle A is what? 65 degree. They say we should find the length of BC. You understand? Find the length of BC. If you look at these, two angles are given. You understand? One side is given. They are telling us to find the length of the remaining side. You understand? Side AB has been given to be 12 centimeter. Angle C has been given to be 40 degree. Angle 65 has been given to be what? Angle A, has been given to be 65 degree. Now, I told you earlier, before you can apply sines law, at least one angle, the side of one angle, one angle must be given and the side facing it must be given. Look at what we have here. Look at our angle A is given to be 65. Our angle A is what? 65 degree. You understand? That is my 65 degree. You understand? Angle C is given to be what? 40 degree also. Now, the side of angle 40 degree is not given, but at least the side facing angle A is given. The side facing angle A is not given. Sorry. But the side facing angle C, which is AB, is given to be 12 centimeter. So whenever you have at least one angle given and the side facing it is also given, then you can apply sine law. Remember, this is our sine law. Remember, our sine law says that, for example, uh, BC, side BC is equal to what? Is divided by what? Is divided by sine A. You understand? This is what they are saying. Side BC here is divided by angle A, equal to side AC is divided by what? Sine B. And it's also equal to side AB divided by what? Sine C. This is our sine law, and this is the law we are going to use to solve that problem. Now, look at how we solve it here. All right, you have seen the sine formula. You have seen the sine formula. So what they are telling us is we should find the length of BC. So BC now is equal to what? Is yet to be known. You understand? So what we are going to do is we are going to use an angle and its opposite side, another angle and the side that has not been given. So take for example, we are going to have our AB, side AB, our side AB will be divided by what? Angle 40 degree, which will be equal to side BC that has not been given. Remember, side AB is 12 centimeter. You understand? All right. So, and our what? Our BC, side BC is divided by what? Sine. This is sine 40 degrees, and this one is divided by sine 65 degree. You understand? This is what we are going to do. And side AC. We are only using angle A and side BC, then angle C and what? Side AB. Now, what do you do here? Now we are going to substitute. Remember that angle AB is given. So, side AB is given. So, our side AB is 12 centimeter divided by what? The angle C, which is 40, which is sine 40 degree. You understand? It is equal to what? Our unknown side, which is BC, our unknown side, which is BC, divided by what? Divided by sine what? Sine 65 degree. You understand? 65 degree. What do we do here? You know, these are fractions. This is a fraction. This is a fraction. We are going to cross and what? Multiply. So we are going to have what? Sine what? We are going to have sine 40 degree multiplied by what? Side BC. You understand? Side BC. It will be equal to what? It will be equal to sine 65 degree multiplied by what? Side 12. You understand? Side 12 centimeter. Now, what do we do? When you multiply sine 40 by BC, you are going to have sine 40 degree into what? Side BC, which is equal to what? Sine 65 degree is into what? 12 centimeter. Remember, our side length is given in centimeter. Now, what do we do? Remember, we are looking for side BC. We are looking for side BC. So, we are going to make BC the subject of the formula. If you look at BC here, the multiplier of BC is sine 40 degree. You understand? So if sine 40 degree is a multiplier on the left hand side, we can undo it by making it what? A divisor on the other side. So we are isolating side BC here by by making it the subject of the formula. We have sine what? Sine 65 degree, multiply by what? Side 12 centimeter, divided, I told you that sine 40 is a multiplier here. So on the right hand side, it's going to become what? A divisor. So we have sine what? Sine 40 degrees. All right. So what do we do now? Let us erase from here so that we can solve further. Sorry, to erase from up so that we can solve further. All right, let us bring it up. So our BC, our side BC, now be equal to what? Sine what? 65 degree multiplied by what? 12. Remember, this is side 12. This is side 12 divided by what? Sine what? 40 degree. Remember that sine 65 is a known value. Also, sine 40 is a known value. So remember, if you go to your calculator, if you press your calculator, you will discover that sine 65 degree is equal to what? 0.906 approximately. And then sine what? Sine 40 degree is also equal to what? 0.643 in 3 decimal places. So we are going to use this value to represent sine 40. We are going to use this value to represent sine 65. So what do we do? Our side BC, our BC side will be equal to what? Sine 65 is what? Sine 65 is 0.906. You understand? Now multiply by what? 12. Divided by sine 40 has been found to be what? 0.643. You understand? So our side BC will therefore be equal to, when you multiply 0.906 by 12, we are going to have 10.872. You understand? Divided by what? 0.643. So our side BC will therefore be equal to, when you divide 10.872 by 0.643, you are going to have 16.9 in one. This is in centimeter, please. Centimeter. In 1 decimal place. You understand? So our BC is therefore equal to what? Is equal to what? 16. So if you draw our acute triangle again, you understand, like we had. You understand? Let me draw it very well. So our acute angle, our acute triangle ABC, you understand, where this side, where side AB, side AB is equals to 12 centimeter. You understand? You understand? Then our side BC is equal to what? 16.9 centimeter. You understand? Remember, the angle here is what? 65 degree. And remember, the angle here is what? 40 degree. You understand? This is side AC. You understand? We were not asked to find this side. But if we want to find this side, we can simply find it now, because we have already known the values for this side and this side. Thank you very much for watching.